So there's been a new speculation map that has dropped for HHN 35 this year. Let's talk about it. So let's just start from the very top and work our way down and just kind of discuss on what's on this map right now. Obviously, there's been some houses that have stayed around for the last few speculations that everybody has been talking about. But not only that, the last two speculation maps that I have seen that actually has a list of houses, scare zones, live entertainment, and everything on here. Obviously, let's just point out the biggest one that has been kind of a big conversation has been Stranger Things. Now, I'm not going to really comment too much on it, only because I am probably one of the 1% that has never seen the series at all. But looking back at past horror nights, it's been a thing. So I don't know if this is something that they're going to use the last season for, that they had just came out with, or if they're going to do like all the seasons in one. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm not going to comment too much on it because I haven't even seen the last houses they've done for it. So I won't really say my opinion about that. Now, the next one on the map is Ozzy Osbourne. Now, I know a lot of people have been having a lot of conflicted opinions that I've been seeing. Some people wanted a Lady Gaga house. Some people wanted Ozzy Osbourne. I know there was a past interview with Ice Nine Kills. That would have been a really cool house to do. But Ozzy Osbourne's been sticking pretty consistently on these maps lately, and also in the rumors. I know they've done tribute houses before, so I can definitely see Universal playing a part to this, especially after his passing in the last year. Jack and Oddfellow. I feel like we've all kind of really assumed this was probably going to be a house based off it's an anniversary year, at least from what a lot of people I've been listening to and reading up on and seeing the comments from other videos. I just feel like that was just kind of expected. I do think it'd be cool to kind of see the backstory and actually see it play out in person in a house. So I'm very interested to see how that gets brought to life, of his background and how him and Oddfellow kind of just went head to head in like their whole history in general, especially with them being the icons this year. I think this one's going to be a really good house. I'm looking forward to this one. Now, I'm not going to comment on every single house that is posted on here, only because there's just someone here that I really don't know about, and I'm not sure exactly what my opinions are. I don't even really know how to base off my opinion on some of those. So if I don't go too far in detail with it, that's more than likely why. But what I will comment on, only because of some of the research I've done, the HR Blood and Guts, I am highly anticipating on that one to be good, only based off of what past, people have said about that house and how they've done it before. I'm very intrigued on how they do it this time and actually see that come to life and meet a new icon. Sinners has got to be one of the ones that I'm kind of like raising my eyebrow to. Now, I have not seen the movie. It is on my list to watch before we do go this year. But I feel like they've had like a trend lately, and maybe I'm wrong, of like this whole like cowboy type houses the last couple of years. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure there was one like not last year, the year before, or something similar to it. I could be wrong. I'm just not sure how I feel about it. I haven't seen the movie yet, like I said. It is on my list to watch. Maybe I'll have a different opinion and maybe I'll have like a different take on it. And maybe I'll do a separate video explaining maybe my change of perspective with this house. But right now, I just don't know if I have high hopes for it. Now, let's talk about the live entertainment that's posted on here. We've had a lot of comments that I have received. I've read comments. There's been a lot of back and forth about this live entertainment situation, and I am going to be a little biased about it. The last two speculation maps that I have came across, the V1 and V2, both had the Nightmare Fuel show. Now, again, I'm going to be biased about this. I absolutely enjoyed the shows that I have seen. I think they played out very well. I love the fire. I love the choices of the music they had, the performances of the dancers and the performers. Like, I've loved it every single time. Now, ironically, on that, I follow the Fuel Girls on Facebook, and they actually made like a sneaky little like comment on one of their posts about having like big news to share, and that was a day before the speculation map has been posted. So it just makes me wonder if they know something about it and they just can't obviously say anything until I guess Universal has announced anything. But I will say this, last year they announced them coming back before Universal did. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Maybe they weren't supposed to last year. But like I've said before, I am looking forward to this. Now let's talk about some of these scare zones. And I know we have big opinions about the one scare zone, Fort Nightmares. And I've heard another creator kind of bring up a point about a possibility and maybe why they are thinking about doing this as a scare zone. And it kind of has some points. Not saying this is where it would go, but there's some valid points behind it. Now, I don't know much about Fortnite. I'm not into gaming. I don't do gaming. I don't really know much about gaming. So this goes very few and far of my opinion about this. But based off of another creator that I have watched recently about it, they think that because some of the horror characters are in the game, that this is one way that Universal could possibly sneak in a couple of the characters that people have been looking forward to seeing the most. One of them being Ghostface. That's been a huge talk every single year. Everybody wants a house. They did the Terrifier interaction last year, and I thought it was the best thing they probably would have done, but it also did bring a lot of crowds. So with that being said, I cannot say that this won't be something that will bring in more kids, more teenagers. I know there's some people that have strong opinions about that. I will not touch base on that. But there is a potential increase of that. Not that it already hasn't been in the last few years, but they feel that this could be like a potential of Universal bringing some of these characters in that might have like licensing or rights that they've been struggling to get to. I'm really happy to see that Club Horror is on this list, and I'm really hoping that one sticks due to the fact that I personally enjoyed it a lot. I know there's a lot of other people that have enjoyed it a lot, and I think it was a very good touch that Universal did last year for this event, and it was a good way to kind of step away from the crowds and kind of like chill, listen to some good music, interact with everybody. I just thought it was just a really good touch, and I'm very happy to see that on the list right now. Now, looking at the past year's lineup that Universal has done over the years, I would say this year, especially being an anniversary year, this one doesn't fully excite me with the lineup of the houses that they have currently on the map. Now, of course, keep in mind, this is not the full lineup exactly. Like, they haven't made all the announcements for the houses yet, so except for one. So do keep in mind that as the days and the months and the weeks come leading up to the event, and as we start to unfold what is going to be coming to the event, these houses can essentially change at any point of day, at any point in time. So don't hold your breath on a lot of it. What I will say is I am excited to see Jack vs. Oddfellow. I am excited to see what Evil Dead Burnt, if that becomes an actual house. I am intrigued to know what H&R Blood and Guts will reveal this year, only because I've heard so many good things about that house, and it excites a lot of people, and I know a lot of people are anticipating to having this house there this year, that I just want to know what the hype is about, and I just want to see what they come up with this year. So guys, this is my take, my opinions, a little bit about what I'm thinking by looking at the speculation map this year. Again, nothing set in stone, so don't hold your breath if you don't see something that you don't care for on here, or if you're really hoping to see something else. Things can change at any point in time. So this is where I'm going to end the video, guys. So if there's anything that is on the map that you're excited for, let me know. Let's have a discussion. What are you looking forward to the most? What are you excited for the most? What are some things that you're not seeing on the map that you would like to see the event, excluding Scream? Because we know we all want that, and that's more than likely not going to happen. But anyways, if you like what you're seeing, give a comment, like, a follow, and I will be back with more tips, tricks, news, anything Universal, anything Horror Nights. And as always, stay universally insane.